What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Novichenko Whips YouTube channel. Today we are changing our heavy-duty Fleet Runner Gates heavy-duty drive belt for the Supercharger on the E55 AMG M113K engine. So factory, it does not come with this style of belt, but when you install an upgraded wrap kit for your Supercharger belt and pulley, you end up using one of these belts. And something's been happening to my belt. It's kind of old, and I can see it's been wearing out, as you can tell. And so it'd probably be smarter for me to just change it, keep the worn one as a safety. I don't think I'll throw it away. Maybe keep it in the trunk, hidden away somewhere under the floorboard. But yeah, let's go through the process of installing this bad boy. First order of operations is pull off just this front plastic piece, lay it to the side. Inspecting the belt, I can see it started to get chewed up. And this started happening ever since I installed my new crank pulley. On the crank, for some reason, it keeps climbing that way with the belt. So one tooth of space is still available on the crank, and it keeps butting up against that side. It hasn't been wearing the regular serpentine belt for all the other accessories, but there's an easy way to loosen the belt. The first point is a 17 mil wrench with like the 12 or whatever points. You're going to loosen this guy, slide the belt out of here, and then we're going to loosen this. I believe it's also a 15 or 17. We're going to loosen this to where this will have some flex, and we'll slide the belt out through there and install the new one. First order of operations, take your 17, put it on here. You can see the belt loosens, take it out, slowly put the tensioner pulley back. Don't let it, it could probably break itself if it hits hard enough. I really hope this is the correct belt. At least all the kits that I researched, they said this is the correct belt. This looks like it's long enough. But we're going to compare it right now, and if it's the right one, I'm going to read off the part number for you. I wouldn't want to give an incorrect part number. Luckily, the other bolt or nut is also a 17. One thing to note, the construction of your tensioner setup might be different, but this here is pretty much a straight bolt and nut through here, and in the past I've had to hold it in the back as well because some of the threads are not perfect. Keep that in mind for when you do yours. Let me find another 17 mil wrench to hold that in place so that I can take that fully off. Remember what I used last time, because I've recently done this when we were doing the crank pulley. Let's try an 18 for now. It's not ideal, but it will hold it in place. Never mind. Come on. Okay. Use the correct size. That's definitely always smarter. So we've put 17 on there. Please stay. I'm gonna get a 17 socket and take it off that way. Here we are. This is a long socket. I want a short. You don't want a deep socket. There's not much space here. There we go. Oh, Perfektenschlag. My favorite German torque spec, guten tight. Sehr gut. The AMG, Senior, wait, Sir. Yeah, these threads, someone has had this off time and time again before me. It's nice that they installed this belt wrap kit because, yeah, there's a lot of torque on this Supercharger belt. Especially with the weight of this thing. This thing probably weighs 25 pounds, this whole mechanism here. you can see how it slips because this is magnetically turned on. So you're gonna see I pushed the bolt back, but we're not backing it out all the way because you don't want to lose it. What I'm trying to do is create a gap right here so I can slide this belt out and slide the new one in. Let's put you guys back. So you just want to have enough playroom to get your belt out, but you don't want to lose your pulley and the whole assembly because that's not fun. So what happens is this belt, you can turn it sideways and fish it out of here. What would help is taking your same wrench, you can kind of wedge it. That way you're not hurting your fingers. Just, you know, gotta be patient and make sure you don't lose any of these pulley pieces, because that would not be good to go fishing under the car or in the engine bay, especially if you have a little pan, you know, that can be painful sometimes to deal with. This would not be fun if I pull this belt off and then I'm like, oh, this is the wrong size. And the lettering on here, well, actually, wait, let me read it. K000525HD. Yeah, it's the wrong size. Who in the world on the internet is thinking with their brain on what to recommend people? Anyway, I'm halfway there, so I'm going to show you how to take it out. And then I'm just going to plop the two belts side by side, and hopefully they're miraculously same length. You never know. Like, some website that sold this kit specifically had this belt number, and this is what I ordered. But it looks pretty similar. Like, yeah, the new one looks probably a little tighter, but look at that. So I don't know why the part numbers are slightly diff. K080530HD, made in Mexico. Oh, the Mexico. Let's put it in, guys, right? I mean, the tensioner has some play, so hopefully this will work. We're gonna try it. We're here. We might as well. Oh, okay. The new belt is definitely a bit more sturdy and stuff, so easier to slide in there. Not yet broken in or anything. So the trick is to get it on the bottom pulley, to fish it on this pulley and on this pulley, and then for now you can run it on top of this, and then when you're going to use your 17 mil to lift this up, you will, keeping tension on it, very carefully slide it under and let this bring tension on it. And then as long as you see that everything is in the correct whatever you want to call it, rib or in its lane, it's not going to go anywhere once you start the car. Let's try this again. The trick, what's important is the plan. What is important is the plan. This would probably be a good time to already snake this bolt back so that nothing falls off. Come on, Mr. Bolt, there you are. And start our nut back on there. I'm not gonna tighten it up crazy because we are first trying to make sure all this aligns. Okay, so there is thankfully enough space to get your hands in here. To this day, I'm still surprised and grateful at how easy this car is to work on compared to other German V8s or more modern German V8s. For my example, I have the M5 over there, and I still have not done any crazy maintenance overhaul on it because I know it's going to be a lot of work. So I have a feeling this belt might be a little longer than what I had. Let's see. As long as we can get good tension on it, I'm gonna believe that it will work. Maybe somebody had, because there's that, you know what I didn't do? I didn't tighten my bolt. So the check is good. Seems like everything fits. We're gonna tighten our 17 mil bolt and nut because I saw the pulley pretty much start to angle out. So we want to make sure everything is good and tight. But that is how you change one of these belts. Gates is a good company. I use the Gates timing belts on the Subarus. I recommend them. Really good belts, heavy duty, and you know, trustworthy for the job, especially on critical components such as, you know, your supercharger, the cam timing of your car, stuff like that for sure. I'm sure there are other companies I have not really had the need or had the opportunity to use any other brands to this day. I know a lot of the factory belts, what are they? What are those companies that they use? Continental. It's probably just all the regular serpentine belts out there. That's probably some of the most common. Cool, so you see that? We've got that tension. We're gonna snake it down like so. I'm gonna keep it pushed down with the tension everywhere. And again, boop. Get it under there. Make sure everything aligns. Everything is perfecting. Here's what I bought. KO80530HD. It is 1,359 millimeters long, most likely 28 millimeters wide. The old one, the number, although it's hard to read, was a KO80525HT. Possibly the new belt is like 5 millimeters longer. I don't know exactly, but by the looks of it, I think it is a slight tiny bit longer because my tensioner is sitting a little lower down, which means, sure, maybe there's even more wrap around the supercharger now, which I don't mind if there's a little extra wrapping the supercharger. As long as the tension holds and it doesn't start trying to shimmy anywhere, we should be perfectly good. What do you say we start it up and hear what it sounds like? I'll leave you guys right here while I go do that. If anything flies off, you'll be the first to see it. All right, that was a joke. We don't want that to happen. We're looking good. I do see some play in the tensioner. I wonder if they sell upgraded tensioners with like stiffer springs. But from the looks of it here, we're perfect. Thanks for tuning in. Hope this helps you.